I can tell you this, our team is going to be tough, our team is going to be smart, and our team is going to be highly competitive. And we're going to play with a passion and an energy that our opponents are either unwilling or unable to match.
Y'all heard him.
All right. Good evening, Who Dat Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and you just heard my co-host WD just agree with what Dennis Allen said. WD, what's good with you, fam?
Oh man, I'm feeling fine. First thing first, I just want to wish all you mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. I hope y'all had a good day. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I hope y'all had a good week because I know for a lot of Saints fans, we feeling good right now. We got a lot of good things to feel good about, man. So yeah, I'm feeling right. Let's get into it.
Yes, and just to piggyback on what he said, definitely shout out to all the moms. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you had a wonderful time with your spouse or, with whoever that's part of your loved ones in your family. Y'all definitely got a very tremendous task, for y'all to go through. So just shout out to y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed your day. Fellas, make sure you get your mother something. Fellas and daughters, make sure you guys treat your mom, to something special. So um who that nation, I hope you guys have enjoyed, this past few weeks. As you guys know, the NFL draft took place the other week, last week of April. And that's what the show is going to be about tonight. We're going to recap the 2022 Saints draft and also get into some other news, as far as the Tyrann Mathieu signing, a few other things. But before we do that, definitely want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat so we can highlight a few comments before we get started. See the OG Jerry Poor in the building said, "Welcome back." Shout out to you, OG. Got picking a flick. It said, "Who that to everybody? Been a minute." Yes, fam, definitely. Got Pammy Whammy said, "Hey, who that fam? Who that to you, Pammy?" See, Randy Major said, "What up, who that nation?" Shout out to you. I see T Dirty said, "What up, my who that family?" Shout out to you. Miss Anna said, "Hey, Chad." Shout out to you, Anna. Happy Mother's Day to you. And DJ 420 said, "I'm loving it. Who that?" So once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. We'll get back to highlighting the chat comments. But yes, like I said, we're just gonna recap this draft. Um, we're gonna talk about some Saints moves that was made, as far as free agent signings, and then we're gonna open up the phone lines if we have time, to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on the draft grade, thoughts on the Tyrann signing, and whatever you want to voice
Wait,
your
what?
opinion.
What happened?
Oh yeah, you heard me, fam. You heard me. We definitely brought in the Honey Badger. He's back in the 504. So shout out to Tyrann, man. I know he's
Shut
definitely
up.
happy. Oh
Shut up,
yeah,
man. No way.
yeah.
You telling me that wasn't a dream?
Nah, that definitely wasn't a dream, fam. It definitely wasn't a dream, man. We brought the Honey Badger back to his hometown, man, in the 504, New Orleans. So we're gonna give our thoughts on that, fam. So how you feeling about that? Welcome home, Tyrann.
Yeah, I gotta say welcome home, Honey Badger, Tyrann. Welcome back. I'm saying welcome back. Welcome home. No, really, real talk. This is actually overdue because he been wanting to be a Saint just a couple years ago when he I think he joined the Houston Texans, or maybe if it wasn't before he joined the Houston Texans, it was probably signing with the Chiefs. He wanted to be a Saint. I seen him talking to Cameron Jordan on Twitter. he's been wanting to be a Saints, but we didn't offer him a contract at that time. I'm not about to get into the details on why that is so, but it's just so good to have him now, man.
Mm-hmm.
So many free agents, especially big names, and not only is he just a big name, he's a top safety. He's a top 10 safety. So it's just so good that we actually had this happen, because usually when there's so many players visiting multiple teams, well, actually no, I take that back, because Tyrann, he actually said it. He didn't visit Eagles, even though they expressed that they had interest in him. He only stayed. He basically just only visited the Saints. So I'm just saying, man, it's just so good to see that we actually got somebody. Like we got one of those names. I don't want to go back into the past and talk about the names we missed out on, but so good that we got him, dog. He's a beast. Especially to replace Malcolm Jenkins. This is huge. I wasn't a huge fan of trying to replace Marcus Williams with Tyrann, but the fact that Malcolm Jenkins retired, this was much needed, especially when we couldn't get a safety in the draft. So I'm happy with this move. A nice veteran. The thing about it is, man, this is probably the best defense he's gonna ever that he's played, that he's gonna play on since probably LSU. It's just such a fast defense. So many big names, so many stars, man. You got Lattimore, DeMario, Cam J, so many guys, man. I just hope he's ready, man, because I mean, he's a beast, but man, they got so many other beasts on this team. So I just know that it's going to be something special to see. Yeah, I'm fired up about this signing, man, because for obvious reasons, really.
Right. Yeah, with the loss of Malcolm Jenkins and Marcus Williams, both our safeties was missing, so we was kind of in a hole. We brought in Marcus May, um, but to have that veteran back there in the backfield, we was able to bring in the Honey Badger. As far as breaking down the Honey Badger, it's really not. We really don't have to go through that. You guys know the type of dog Tyrann is. His work speaks for itself. Um, I just hope he has, the juice still in the tank. I don't see why he didn't lose a step last season. So, I think he's still in his prime, and he gonna give us, that ball hawking ability skills that he possessed. And as far as his range, he really wasn't the best rangy guy. Yeah, man, he do got range. Was it on Marcus level? No, but I don't think I still don't think that'll be a damper on the defense. I still think we'll be able to create turnovers. That's one thing about him. He a turnover machine, whether he gonna pick it or he gonna force fumble it. So and just him and Chauncey on that defense, man. I'm just ready to see how this going to unfold. And if you really look at the way the defense was set up, if you listen to his interview, he was really alluding to all the dogs on the team, how the commodity was with the defense. So it's not like he going to a defense where a bunch of pieces is just brought together. Yes, Marcus May coming in, but the core of that defense is still intact. It's not like just say like a Rams move where you bringing a bunch of pieces together and they gotta find their identity. The identity is there. He just gonna join in, and it's gonna be a smooth transition. I don't think it's gonna be nothing, that he gotta adapt to. But I mean, like I said, man, it really ain't too much to say on that. Um, for trying to explain, his level of play, because it speaks for itself, man. 3-time All Pro, so many Pro Bowls. So man, Dennis, he definitely swinging for the fence. But shout out to the Saints front office. In the past when we have guys like this visit the New Orleans Saints, it mattered. We always coming out on the short end of the stick. They either
Mm-hmm.
go somewhere else or something like that. With these big time free agents coming visitors, we always lose on that end. So we was able to reverse that this time, get a W. You know, really, who else was a bit time free agent? Far as a bit prize free agent other than him. It's done been a while. I don't forgot who signed, but he was definitely one of the top free agents, if not the top free agent. Out there on the market.
I mean, I'm not sure how I would answer that. I mean, we talking about the last big free agent. I mean, we could talk about names, or we can talk about people that were still good. And I really, it's the people that's still good that's in question. Because I mean, I could easily just say Adrian Peterson, but Adrian Peterson wasn't in his prime when he got here, and we know how that turned out. But yeah, man,
Right.
I can't really think of I can't really think of any big names that players that were still good. You can't say Champ Bailey. Lord, we know how they how that turned out. So yeah.
Yeah, I believe that the defense is definitely gonna be the heart and soul of the team.
Like last
Um,
year.
yeah, I think it's definitely gonna be the heart and soul of the team. But that's a good thing, because they gonna prevent teams from scoring points, and whoever had the most points win the ball game. So you definitely feel good if your defense is the driving force. But yeah, shout out to him, man, and we're looking forward to embracing him with open arms
I tell
and
you what,
welcome home.
if this secondary is anything as advertised, and I'm not even just talking about the starting secondary. I'm talking about depth wise. I ain't trying to hype nothing up. We've been here before, but this looks way more promising because I mean we've had players, we got players intact, players that already knows what to do, and it was already a good secondary despite losing two because we replaced them with two other good guys. So I'm just gonna say, man, somebody on this in this secondary getting 7 interceptions. I'm just gonna put that out there. Somebody, I'm telling you, if it's as advertised, somebody getting 7 interceptions. I think Chauncey was supposed to have 7 interceptions last season. Somebody's going to have multiple interceptions. But I'm going to get more into the secondary as we go on. So I don't want to just throw us off the tracks right now. So
But yeah, just shout out to him, man, and welcome home. So,
be the bad.
well, we can get into this draft. Once again, let's go ahead and get into the first pick. The New Orleans pick, Chris Olave in the first round. So, we can start
That
with
boy
you,
cool.
WD.
Uh oh. Uh
What
oh.
what is your thoughts on that pick? Do you think he was overall better than Jameson Williams? Yeah, I know Jameson Williams had the torn ACL. If we'd have got him, we was gonna have to wait. But how
Um.
you feeling on Chris Olave? Do you think he was the best receiver on the board when it was time for us to
Um.
pick?
Well, when you throw in Jameson name, I mean, a healthy Jameson, he's probably the best receiver in the class. But his injury puts
Mm-hmm.
him at the point where he's not. So I mean, look, Chris Olave, that was our guy.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't a surprise pick, by the way. I've seen this name thrown in the mock draft so many times. Uh, Remember when I said Emmanuel Sanders replacement? We need a Emmanuel Sanders replacement. This is him. This is the number two we've been looking for a while. Since Emmanuel Sanders, uh, probably I would say potentially better than Tegan, a lot better than Tegan. Yeah, man, it's just his route running. His route running is good, great. The fact that he can split defenders, man. His speed, nice. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, you really can't. you really can't argue against this pick, man. I mean, we needed a receiver, and he was the best one on the board. Now I know Garrett was the other Ohio receiver. You know, I was like, man, I hope nobody don't pick a receiver so we can grab him. But Chris Olave, that's who we got. I'm happy about it. I just can't wait to see. I really can't wait to see how they do. Because I mean, I think some people think this is a guy you would throw in the slot, but we throw so many guys in the slot like Michael Thomas. He's gonna definitely be your second receiver. Like he's always going to be playing on the outside. So I'm just curious to see how it goes because MT, we know we throw MT in the slot very often, and now that we got we got Marcus Callaway that we had him as a number one last year. This is a huge deal for him. So I'm just very curious to see how this work, man. It's just so good that we're gonna have somebody that can split the back end of a fucking secondary, man. I'm just so excited about it. Excuse my French, by the way. I'm just thinking about it, man. It's just look, man. We haven't had a receiver this good in a while. I mean, Michael Thomas, he's been hurt, so I'm just so glad to see that we actually did something that we probably wouldn't have done with Sean.
Agreed. Yeah, especially this early in the draft. Um, yeah, man. Basically, you hit it on the nail. With his positives, man. Definitely his route running. I love his route running. Um, the thing about route running, you don't have to be the fastest guy on the field, but if you got great route running ability, it's gonna be a pretty good chance you're gonna find yourself getting open at times. You can make yourself get open. So you really don't have to beat nobody with speed. That's just like if you look at Michael Thomas, he's not beating guys with his speed. I think he was a mid 4.5, I think 4.56. In his 40. He's not the fastest guy out there, but he's using his power. He's using his upper body strength along with great route running to get open. So he's finding ways to get open and you know, route running, man, that's really the bread and butter of a receiver. It ain't just the speed. This guy is a deep threat, absolutely a deep threat, but not a is he just a deep threat? He's a intermediate route threat and a short, route threat. So on all three areas of the field, he can be dangerous in. Um, if you want to get kind of negative, every draft pick, may have a little something to work on. I think he can, get his power, his upper body strength. Um, as far as his size, I think he about 190. I think his weight is about near 190. But just reading up what some scouts were saying, about his body frame, you know, if you get a good if he going up against a good press corner, it could cause some problems. So we definitely don't want that. I mean, even Alave said himself, he got to work on his he got to get his strength right. So it's always something that any football player can get better at. If you want to put out a negative, you know, he probably don't have, he can work on his strength, because yeah, once you get up against some good jammers, some good press corners, and there's a lot of them, in the NFL, he, they can wash you up, and if they can get you off track, of your routes, they can take you out of the game. So that's just something. Like I said, I'm gonna say something, that any on all these draft picks that they could possibly work on. What I seen from different scouts. But yeah, as far as him in the class, it's 1A, 1B with him and healthy Jameson. But I think like far as his polished route running and stuff, I think he was the best in my opinion. I mean, it was just so smooth. like he could sell you, real smooth on his route. So, like I said, we got a dog, man. I just can't wait to get to work. So, we don't have anything else on him. We can go on to the next. No, no, no. Wait. Before we go on to the next, I do want to say, guess to get the we can get some feedback in the comments. I see Cotta Great said y'all still think we got a chance to bring home Jarvis. I believe so. I think we should. I think we should still go after Jarvis. So if Jarvis is just say we get Jarvis, Jarvis is gonna be. I mean, in my opinion, I believe he gonna be the number two, and maybe Olave be in the slot. I don't think. I mean, they not gonna pay Jarvis to come, be anything other than a number two receiver. So we bring Jarvis in. I think that'll move Chris Olave, to being more of the slot guy. And you guys know Jarvis Landry. To me, he's still a Pro Bowl player. I think he battled a few injuries last year, so he still got some juice. But getting Jarvis Landry in, I think it's a home run talent. You know what you're gonna get out of Jarvis. Chris Olave, we seen what he done at Ohio State. I do think it's gonna translate, but nothing is guaranteed yet until he hit the field. But yeah, we bring in Jarvis. It's a definitely sure thing with that. And just say if Olave need a little time to get right, which I don't believe that will be the case, we will still have Jarvis there, to until he get right. But I definitely still think we need to go out to Jarvis. But yes, definitely a great pick with Chris Olave. Okay, and now we're going to the next pick. The next pick, Trevor Penning. Trevor Penning, offensive tackle, 6'7", 325 pounds from Northwestern. These first round draft pick, man, they hit the positions right on the nail. So I'm definitely excited about that. Um, we went the two positions that we stated on here that they needed to go before the draft, receiving offensive tackle. So that's what they went. I was very excited about that. So we got the receiver, and now we got Trevor Penning. You guys seen his tape. This guy definitely plays nasty, gritty. If you look at his film, man, you can see it. I think it definitely at the Senior Bowl, there was a few guys wanting to fight him and stuff. Um, but hey, if that he gonna bring that out of him, that's definitely what we need. But as far as his penalties, he definitely gotta work on his penalties, his holding calls, and other than that, I'm not his 40 was a four, I think like a 4.8ish, around the 4.8 range. But I definitely think if he needs time to develop, we had James Hurst that can, fill in and take that role. So that's the thing with these picks. That's why I was talking about with the Jarvis thing. If these guys need a little time, which I don't think both of these guys need any time. This Trevor guy, man, the way he plays, I don't think he's gonna need a lot of time to be out on the field week one. What I did see from him, like I said, if it was negative, well, that it was a negative. He play high. He play high a lot of the times. Something like that you can get away with in college. Because maybe your competition, you got levels of competition, but in the NFL, everybody, even backups and all of that, they can take advantage of that. You playing too high, especially if you got a average height DN. that can take advantage of you being high, and he can have control of you. So he definitely got to work on that, and I don't think that's going to be nothing that takes years to develop. I just think he just need a little practice. So hopefully he gets that worked out. Okay. And before I go on, let me just read a few comments. Shout out to Randy Maggi said DA said he feel like we have two first round receivers. Yeah, well we know, he was relating to Mike as one of them, and then the second one was Olave. Yeah, so I mean I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. I seen something about Mike. I think he's still going through the rehab, so this must have been something dramatic with his ankle. If he's still going through rehab processes, if I read that correctly. Um, so yeah, he definitely need to get, be right by training camp. And DJ said CJ, Mathieu, and Lattimore, aka the Bayou Bullies. Yeah, fam. Can you just imagine the type of aggression they gonna bring to the squad? Like, I mean, I can't wait for that. What's y'all's thoughts on Trevor? T Dirty said Trevor nasty. Absolutely, fam. He nasty. But he had a penalty problem out there, so definitely got to work on that. Definitely can't be getting no penalties and stuff like that. So definitely these first two picks was definitely, you want to give the grade, I give it a A plus, A plus, two A pluses. They started off this draft addressing the position of needs. Receiver was the main position of need, and then you needed an offensive tackle to make up for Tyrann. So they addressed that. So now going to Alante Taylor, he a cornerback out of Tennessee. He is 40, was a 4.36, 4.36, 40. So this guy was very fast. He's fast. I seen a few comments from some scouts when I done my study on him, and they said he is a very good press corner, but he had trouble changing directions. So that could be a plus. I mean, Alante, I don't know where he's going to fit. Of course, he's going to be on special teams, but I don't know, where he's really going to, have an impact far as in the rotation on the defensive side. Now, especially after we done got Tyrann, because, I heard some chirps about, possibly moving the safety, but then we got Tyrann, so that kind of negates that, in my opinion, because we got PJ um, that's gonna be back there as another safety as well. So we'll kind of see what his role is. But welcome to the squad, fast corner. I believe he played gunner at Tennessee. I do know he was on their special teams, and he was, one hell of a special teamer. So he's going to have a role, on that. So shout out to Alante Taylor, whether it's cornerback or safety. He definitely with some time, maybe you see yourself in the rotation. I ain't gonna say possibly starting because we got two young corners and want to see them develop. So shout out to Casey Trade said we were pretty good on penalties last year, wasn't we? Yeah, we good on penalties. Let's see, we didn't have. I mean, you think Pete wasn't there? Pete have, a few of those holding penalties. Yeah, we really didn't have a lot of penalty problems, but the thing with Trevor, man, he just gotta calm down on that, and getting playing too aggressive, especially that slinging down, he be doing. I don't know how the refs gonna call that.
Oh yeah. He definitely wants to pancake everybody. I'm sorry,
Right.
I had to step out. I'm back though. Yeah, man. Trevor, I mean, he has the tools to be a really good left tackle. Well, I say, yeah, left tackle. So I mean, he definitely got to be coached. He definitely got to be coached up because, like, I'm pretty sure CB already is on there. I mean, everybody should know at this point just by checking him out for the first time. He could definitely be a penalty machine because some of the things he was
Mhm.
doing is not going to fly in the NFL. Uh, but hey, look, he ain't no wuss, man. That's the best thing that stands out about him. He ain't no wuss, you know. So I mean, look, it's going there's gonna be growing pains, especially when you replace somebody like Tyrann Armstead. So he got some very huge shoes to fill in. So we can't be too hard on him. He's just gonna have to work on his technique. But like I said, he got the tools. I do like how he recognizes plays, like how he knows what to do. It seems like he understands the game. That's one thing that stands out about him. So yeah, man, I think this is going to turn out to be a very good pick. Um, it's just that him him slinging everybody is what it's like. Ooh, okay, But yeah, I think the Saints hit on both picks, man. Um, just gonna have to be more patient with Trevor, man, because it's hey. I would think he'll start day one. Do you think so, CB? Because I'm just thinking, I'm like, we got James Hurst. What if you know you think? I mean, look, he's a first round selection. Do you think they just throw him out there right away or what?
Well, I mean, I believe he can be out there week one, but yeah, I mean, if he playing, too crazy to where he's going to be costing us a lot of penalties, they might, just have Hurst out there while they trying to, develop him. I mean, but you know, you got a few people saying he, it's raw talent, kind of like the Armstead pick when he was first coming out of Pine Bluff, kind of like a raw talent. Um, but I don't know. I guess we just gotta wait and see. I mean, his play, his run blocking, and everything is star material. Day one. From my view. But just gotta wait and see. James Hurst. It's a good thing we have him just in case.
Yeah,
Just in case.
yeah,
And
and
why you was? Oh no, go ahead.
no, actually, you go ahead because you might hit on something right here.
Oh no, I was gonna go back to the receiver right quick. I was gonna say, when you had stepped away, um, what's your thoughts on Jarvis possibly coming in? Do you think we need to bring him in now that Olave here? And if he comes in, you know, you see Olave in more of a slot role.
Okay, let me start there. I don't see Olave playing a slot. I think we got so many options to play slot. I don't even think I don't think slot is in Olave's game. I think he's just going to primarily be a second outside receiver, which he should be. That's his skill set. I don't, no need to really throw him in the slot, especially when we already got guys to do that. We got MT to throw in the slot. We got Deontay Harris to throw in the slot. Callaway, all the other guys can really, play in the slot. I'm not going to mention his name, but you know what I'm talking about. But as far as Jarvis goes, I'm not just look. I'm not bigging for Jarvis or just calling out Jarvis just to say, oh man, he's an LSU guy. I'm not. First of all, one thing I want to get cleared away that I'm not really a big LSU guy, but I'm I would want Jarvis because if you recall, I was saying that we need the best receivers. We need the best receivers. We need a guy that can stretch the field. We can have a guy that catches immediate throws. I feel like Jarvis will be that guy, another Michael Thomas almost.
Mm-hmm.
As far as just getting first downs. I feel like Jarvis will help that, man. Uh, so yeah, I do think we need to go after Jarvis, but if they don't, then I don't know. I mean, I thought they should go after some receiver besides just drafting one. I still think that needs to be a thing. Um, I definitely want them to sign Jarvis though, man. I think he'll help out tremendously. Jarvis is also a great run blocker. I mean, he blocks. He's a good he's definitely good at blocking. Much like
Mm-hmm.
hell, I'm gonna say his name, Trequan. The reason why I'm bringing this up because I know people are gonna look at Chris Olave and say Chris Olave, he's not really much of a blocker. And really, you need that's the thing. If you're gonna play in the slot, you have to be able to block. So
Right.
that's not really Olave's game. And why he doesn't really block, he's really good at running off he's good at running the coverages off. So I mean he create lanes for running backs. So that's a huge part of his game as well. That's why Olave is really a great pickup for us. But yeah, I'll take Jarvis, man. I don't care what nobody say. Uh does Jarvis still have it? I don't think he's as great as his best. I don't think he's probably not at his best, but I think that he's still better than a few guys that we got. Yes, I'm you know who I want to name, but yeah, I'll take Jarvis, man. Get somebody. I feel like we can use another receiver. So
Right. I feel you. Yeah, and that's the thing we really didn't mention about Olave. His blocking, his run blocking. So yeah, man. It's just I mean everybody got a little something they can work on. You rarely just have somebody that comes in that's just fully polished like that. But yeah, Jarvis, like I was saying earlier, man. Jarvis, we already know what it takes to be a great receiver.
CB, are you there? Or is that me cutting out?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I
Um.
think. See, I thought I cut out, man, so I left and came back. But it's all good. I can see you. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Um. Okay. Well, we can move on to our next person. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I talked about Alante. Well, you got any thoughts on Alante?
He seems like a pretty decent cornerback. It looked like he played really, really well at Tennessee. Um, yeah, I mean, the thing that stands out with him, he seems like a leader. It seems like he talks, but he also walks as well. Like I said, he looked like he's a pretty good corner. Got the length, got the size, man, to be a good corner. Got some ball skills. Always want a corner that has ball skills. Look, we are stacked at cornerback right now, and we have two starters. Hell, you can say three starters. Bradley Roby could definitely start. So I don't see this guy probably touching the field this season. But it's I I feel like he can actually be a really really good player for us. But just selecting him, I initially I was like, I don't know how I feel about drafting him because we got so many corners. I know, the best player available you can get him. From what I was hearing, it was that Saints wanted a safety there, and I think what's his name, Brisker or whatever his name is. I guess
Yeah.
somebody. I guess they snatched him. So this was the next on the Saints board, I guess. So that's who they went after. Uh, I'm not knocking the player because the player, he seems like he's really really good. He seems like he was a great vocal guy. Um, I just kind of wanted a running back, and I kind of wanted James Cook. I think this would have been a home run draft class if they would have drafted James Cook, because we need another running back. But yeah, as far as Alante, man, I like what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's just that I don't know if is he ever gonna get his chance to start, man, because I mean we stacked. I mean it's not a bad problem to have, but hell, yeah, man, it's just we so stacked. And I mean, looking at our history, we've had so many bad corners, and now we got so many good corners. It feels good. So yeah, man, all I gotta say is welcome to the Saints, Alante. I can't hate the pick. It's like I'm not crazy happy about it because I know what they could have done, but it's not a bad pick either. I feel like he's gonna turn out to be a good player. Like he's might be a gem in the rough. Did I say that wrong? I think I said that wrong.
Another gem in the rough.
I said that wrong. Oh man.
230 said, boy, CB though froze up on us like Traquan. Nah, fam, man. Hey, look, I can't go out like Traquan, fam. I can't do y'all like Traquan. Can't get y'all that Traquan that Traquan move. Okay, I see B and G breakdown. Shout out to Aaron. Shout
I
out to
mean,
you.
he could have said something worse. He could have said that you froze up like Stephon Anthony with what he used to do in the end of the goal line. But let's just
Boy, I did hear you mention about, you said we need a running back. You don't think Mark can give us, one more year?
I
A
meant
good.
diamond in the rough, by the way, people. Ingram. Here's the thing about Ingram. Here's the thing about Ingram, man. I see people look. I get it. He's Asian. He's old. He's an older guy now. Um, I think people get this misconception that he doesn't have it anymore. I actually disagree with it. I really do disagree with it. The problem was Jameis Winston went down. I don't know if anybody remember. It's like, how can y'all forget that first Bucks game, bruh? That play, that screen, that was probably the well executed screen we've had in such a long time. And I mean, a few plays, he actually looked like he was still Mark Ingram. You know what I think
Right.
happened? I think our O line, specifically guard position, didn't help our run game. Both Kamara and Ingram had knee injuries. I just think Ingram got hurt. I know he's Asian, but I still actually believe that Ingram got something in the tank, man. I believe it. I know people are going to disagree with that. Now the thing about it is, we know Kamara is going to be facing a suspension. I can't say possible. I feel like he's going to be serving the suspension, but you don't want it's just like Kamara. You don't want Ingram taking the whole load and just pounding him, just all game long. Like they both complement each other. Both we need one. We need a 1-2 punch. So I think Ingram got it, but really, regardless, I just felt like we should have got another running back. And I know Sony Michelle may be a possibility. I know that, and I do know that there's an undrafted running back that we got. He looks pretty promising too. So we'll see about him.
Right. Okay. Now moving on. I got an interesting feedback from this player right here. I ain't gonna say who said this, but once this guy was drafted, I was told, WD, you might remember that, you know, this selection right here, the Marco Jackson, the linebacker out of Appalachian, means that Quan will no longer be back with the ball club. My thing about that before we address this
Oh
pick,
my God. See,
the
wait,
Saints will be
before
some.
before you go there, I really hate when they said that. By the way, I really hate when they say that. It's not. Look, it's not. First of all, they're two different linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just stop because you probably want to feed onto that. So I'm just
Nah,
gonna
go
let you.
ahead. Go ahead.
They're
Go
two
ahead.
different linebackers. They're two different linebackers. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm not under. Look, okay, I understand at this point in time we may not be signing Quan back because Quan probably wants a bag. He probably wants a bigger bag that we want to give him. And with all his injuries, Saints ain't willing to give him what he wants. So he probably is going to be out here. But I'm not about to say this draft selection is the reason why Quan is on his way out. No, that's not the case. It's not. Hell, they can still sign Quan for all we know. But I'm just saying, like, they're first of all, they're two different linebackers. Their styles are different. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay. But yeah, CB, you can go.
Really, what all I really got from this guy, I mean, you will say level competition. That really don't mean that because we done had undrafted guys come in and done. We got a guy currently on the team from Assumption College. This ball in the NFL, so you really can't, point everything on, the competition. But really, what surprised me with this guy, he's very fast. Fast linebacker. Um, he got some decent range to him. I do
Yeah,
think. Go ahead.
I just want to say I think his size and his frame kind of reminds you of Vilma. That type
Mhm.
of linebacker. That just his size and his shape. I feel like it definitely reminds many of Vilma. I sure wish that he would turn out to be like Vilma. But go ahead.
Right. But I don't see nothing to where I can see a possible day one starter
Yeah.
or someone, playing. I mean, if anything, I mean, well, I don't think nobody was, view him as a day one starter beside the Mario because we got Pete. But
I mean, day three, we day three is very rare to have those guys start.
hmm
So
but yeah, really just a lot of speed. His range, he got some good range. I did read something from my scout to where if a lineman or whoever puts his hands on him, that he's washed up out the play. That's not a good thing, especially in the run game. He's a good blitzer, so really he would just, to me, and just looking at the highlights, he was kind of just dominating off his speed. But I think you got to possess. Well, I think you got to possess more than just having speed, especially at linebacker. On the next level, you gotta go. You gotta go off your instincts and stuff like that. So it was just more of his speed playing a bit faster. Not saying that he can't develop or nothing like that. Um, and I put a quote to where what a AFC scout said. He said, "I like the speed and special team
oh boy, we lost CB
talent.
again.
I don't know if he's a two contract player." So that's where it's at right now. But once again, we all know um, anything can change. Once you get to the lead, it's up for anybody. For any rookie, it's up. But that's where it's at right now. That's what he getting graded at right now. So we'll see what happens. So you good on him, WD?
Yeah, I'm good on. I mean, if I were to add, I mean, he would most likely be a Mike, right? I mean, I would definitely see him as inside for the most part. That's where that differs with Quan. Quan is going to be your will. Um, I know he. I think he was a captain. I know he was. It seemed like he got leadership. It seemed like Saints they really went after guys that could be leaders. So that was good to see. With Alante and this guy, but yeah, man. I mean, pretty much there's really not much you can say because I I am curious though. Even though we talking about him not starting, I mean, where does that put him? I mean, how much of a backup are you talking about? Like, is he right there behind the Mario and Pete? You know, or like is he? Do you think he would like? I don't know, put Caden Ellis on notice. Uh, does that make Zach? I mean, Zach Bond. We definitely know Zach Bond needs to step up, but I'm just thinking like how much of an immediate impact that he could have if let's say I don't want to say it, but somebody goes down. So I'm just curious because we that was some talk like Saints could draft a linebacker, and so here you are drafting him. If you don't resign Quan, is
Hmm.
he that next guy up? That's my question.
That's true. The smart thing is just to get Quan back, but we'll see what happens, and then we don't know if Pete gonna hit a sophomore slump. We don't know none of that yet. We just know he had a good rookie campaign. If it keeps up, that's gonna be wonderful. But we'll see what happens with that. I will say one interesting thing. I believe all of our picks were seniors. Chris Olave was a senior. Trevor Penn, I believe he was a junior or a senior. Lante was a senior. DeMarco was a senior. So yeah, they definitely was getting some senior players. I guess you're a senior, probably the lead on the team. The team captain. So that's a good thing. And then we can get into this last pick, Jordan Jackson. Um, really the only I'm not gonna say the only thing, because of course when you watch highlight tapes, it's gonna show all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but what I did see, he's quick off the ball. So when he's quick, if you got a lineman that's quick off the ball, the potential was there. You got a possibility of expanding off of that, you know, and just how much you develop. But yeah, being quick off of the ball, that's a great first step, to being a great defensive lineman. I mean, you ask Aaron Donald that, that along with power, hand skills, moves. So hopefully we'll see if he can develop, off of that. But yeah, Air Force players, shout out to you. I see a comment right here. Shout out to Jesse Cluster said, Jordan Jackson has incredible potential. He's a Cam Jordan type on the inside. Him next to Anya Mata could get nasty.
Hmm. So you see him as a starter,
I
not
don't
shoot,
see him as a. I think
not shoot CB. I'm just.
what you talking about.
I mean, hey, and look, I'm not don't take that the wrong way. I'm not, because you never know. Hell, you never know, especially when camp and preseason hit. You may be like, man, this guy is way better than what I thought he is. So you never know. I mean,
Mhm.
there's really not a definite answer besides Anyamata to start. Not even Peyton Turner. So hey, I can't question that too much. But yeah, man. I'm just curious to see, because I know this like I said, we don't really have a definite uh defensive tackle besides Anyamata. So We needed a D tackle. I'm just wondering when Saints are gonna get that guy that can, do basically what Rankins did, man, which was, be able to rush the passer for the most part. Could this be him? We'll see. I know you got to work on pad level and first contact. He doesn't always, like the first guy he makes contact, it doesn't always, get him on the ground or to stop him in his tracks. But man, look, if anybody can coach him up, it's Ryan Nielsen, man. Ryan Nielsen got this. This is why, really, we talk about the secondary, we talk about the linebackers, and look, make no mistake about it. I can't even say Nolan because Nolan ain't even a linebacker coach no more. I forgot who the linebacker coach currently is. I forgot his name, but yeah, man, Ryan Nielsen. That's one thing we don't talk about. That's why this D line has been so great the past couple of seasons. I mean, we got Cameron Jordan, we got Davenport, but man, we got Ryan Nielsen. Ryan Nielsen is doing a hell of a job coaching these guys. And hell, we've been getting guys that you can say that's off the street. And I mean, like Ringo and a bunch of other names. Shy Tuttle, undrafted. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's making a lot of noise with these guys, man. So if anybody could do it, Ryan Nielsen can do it. And I know Ryan Nielsen is what I think Ryan Nielsen is. Ryan Nielsen ain't the defensive coordinator, correct? I know Chris Richard is, but
Yeah, it's both of them.
okay. So
Yeah, him
yeah.
and Chris.
So I mean, look, man, it's like I can't even. It's like I can't even deny the defensive line talents at this point because I just know he's going to coach. He's going to coach these guys up, whoever we get. So I mean, I'm ready. I mean, I'm ready. I think every level on the defense is just locked and loaded, man, because we just got that grade of coaching that I'm confident because of the coaching at this point. Couldn't say that 6 years ago.
That's facts. So that wraps up the Saints draft pick. As far as the undrafted draft pick, I didn't list the name of players, but I do know
Ooh, I know who you gonna say. I know you gonna say, but go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, he definitely getting a lot of hype from Saints fans. Smoke Monday. I really got to look at some more tape of him. I mean, I looked at some tape of him. Was impressed. But I'm gonna check out some more tape on him. Um, he went undrafted. I really don't know the reason why. Um, but we'll see what happens with that. You know, like I said, just because somebody went undrafted, that don't mean anything. So
Man, you know I love his style of play. You know I love it. The problem is, and look, I get it. All the Saints fans are like, man, this dude, he talking crap. He pulling up on the Falcon Stadium saying, "Oh yeah, y'all got to see me twice a year." He wearing a Drew Brees jersey. Like I said, I love his style of play. He can hit hard. He can smack people around. He actually can get, he he got some. He got a few pick six, maybe one or two, but yeah, man. I feel like he can play. I do know he got ejected a lot of times in the games. So hey man, no, this dude, for real, he laid a number, man. So he he definitely got ejected a lot. I don't know if that plays a huge part in why he got undrafted, but man, this dude, hey, he can play. I'm telling you, he can play. The problem is though, we got too many safeties, man. We got
hmm
too many safeties, and preseason is going to be very interesting. This is why I'm not a huge fan on why we signed Sorensen, because Sorensen, you don't want him on the field on defense. Sure, you will love him as a special team guy, but to play defense, you don't want him on the field at all. And you already got a guy like J.C. Gray, who's great on special teams, somebody you're not going to often see on the field on defense. So why would you sign Sorensen? But you got all these guys. You think about it. You can talk about the Honey Badger. You can talk about Marcus May. We even signed a guy that didn't play in the NFL for 2 years. The last time he was playing was with the Bucks, Justin Nevins.
Forgot about that.
I mean, the way he came into the NFL coming out of college, he was a huge hitter.
Mm-hmm.
So many guys, man. You can even like we know Chauncey is mostly a slot guy, but he plays safe. He can play safety. There's so many options at safety right now that is crazy, and that's why I just know it's gonna be a bloodbath, man, trying to secure these safety spots, these final safety spots. And that's why I'm really not too happy with them signing Sorensen, because I feel like we already got a guy. We got JT Gray for special teams. We got our pieces for special teams. And I feel like at the time they just signed him just to say, hey, you know what? He is great on special teams, but just in case we need a safety, now that Malcolm Jenkins might be retiring, we lost Marcus Williams, we might have to see him on the field. So hey, basically like panicking. I just hope that that's not what that was. But now a fan of that signing, and because of the pieces we have at safety, I feel like we could be stacked at safety. But it just takes one move like Sorensen when I'm just like he really just made the team just because of special teams when we got JC Gray already. I just really hope, man. I kind of want to see Smoke Monday make the team, but at the end of the day, he's going to have to prove himself. He's going to have to show up at camp. He's going to have to show up in preseason. You can't just
Mm-hmm.
want a guy to just take a spot when he don't show anything. So
It's fast. It's fast. And it was a list of other names. I know Rashid Shaheed was one. Um, Jesse excited about him. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, the Saints done had a track record of getting some good, undrafted players. And we got two. We got Callaway. We got Deontay Harris. They currently on the Saints roster right now as we speak. Deontay plays an important role. Done made the Pro Bowl. So and man, we definitely we'll see how it plays out. In the Dennis Allen era. But what you give the grade? What would you grade this
for the
year's draft? Not
okay,
not based off of performance in it, because we don't know what to expect, but based off of what they did in college. Um, but what do you give the draft grade for the
I'm gonna
Saints?
give him a B minus. I'm gonna give him a B minus. Um, I'm telling you right now, if they get James Cook, if they get a running back in that third round, I'm giving it an A plus. I'm giving it an A plus because I'm telling you that, bruh, if they would have got James Cook, man, holy crap, that would have been a huge move. But we didn't. Chris Olave, Trevor Penn, man, those are hell. Those were already projection. I'm sorry, excuse me, projected picks. So I'm just
Hmm.
saying, like, it's almost like it was almost certain that we was going to get those guys, and those were huge needs, and they're quality players. So that alone, that the first round is an A plus, is an A plus. And I know people are gonna look at all the picks and stuff we traded, but at the end of the day, if Chris Olave turns out to be a beast, nobody gonna be looking back at that like that, you know. So there's that. Um, Hell, I mean, the players itself. They look at least decent to good. So that's why I give it a B minus. Like on defense, like I know we could use a running back, but man, like I said, Alante, he looks like a very good cornerback. I don't see too many flaws in his game. So yeah, man. We needed a defensive tackle. We we could use another linebacker. So it's not like we just got players just to get players. Um, Although cornerback, I don't know if we needed a cornerback that badly, but man, he looks like a very good player. So yeah, I'm giving it a B minus.
Right. Oh, let's see. I give it a. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a B plus. I'm gonna give it a B plus. Because we definitely addressed it. The position of need. The top two position of need was wide receiver number one. We went receiver number one, followed by an offensive tackle to replace Tyrann. And I do got a question after I talk about this. Just now thinking about the offensive line, but yeah, we got Trevor, offensive tackle. So we addressed it the two needs. I didn't expect us to go corner, but when we went corner, I thought um, once the rumors started talking about possible move at safety, I thought that was gonna you know fit in there. But it didn't. So maybe they were just going by best player available to them. They draft board, but yeah, the rest of the players. I mean, really, we got a linebacker, we got a defensive tackle. Um, so these are pieces that can get plugged in beyond our first round picks. The rest of the picks are pieces that can give us some good special team. Alante, he ran a 4.36 in the 40, so he definitely got some speed, and I believe he was a good gun on special teams. So that can definitely help us out.
Yeah,
Special team unit. And I
definitely forgot
think
about that.
Dante Jackson, not Dante Jackson, DeMarco Jackson, also a gun on special teams. So yeah, we got two special guys that can help out. So I think we done pretty good.
Hmm.
But I was going to ask, Trevor Penn also played a little bit of guard. Do you think
Oh boy, here we
it
go.
could he possibly slide in and take Ruiz's spot, and they keep James Hurst out at left tackle or right tackle? It may be a little bit of shifting. They might bring Ramchek over the left tackle, put Hurst at right tackle, throw in Trevor at right guard, or if they keep Ruiz there, they have Pennon at one of the tackles. But
Uh,
don't rule out the Ruiz situation, because I mean he was really ass last year, and how we gonna address that?
uh, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't see them doing that right now. I think they're gonna, they're just gonna keep him. They're gonna try him as left tackle right now. I need to know how they see Caesar. I mean, I know how we see Caesar, but I just gotta see how they put their hope in Caesar. Like, I feel like I feel like they're gonna still take a chance on him and see if they can fix him up. I mean, keep in mind we got Doug Marone as an offensive line coach right now, so I think they're gonna give uh Caesar another shot. Do I like it? Probably not, because that dude was really cheeks last season. But I just don't see it happening. Would I like to see some experiment happen there? Yeah. I mean, I'll take whatever you can. The best five, man, the best five, I'll take the best five, whoever it is. Long like the better five, I'll take it every time. But will they do that? I just don't know.
All right, but yeah, that's definitely I know we can kind of look at the team and be like, Oh, we looking good, especially the defense. Um, I I mean, Shy Tuttle, I'm not saying that he's starter material, but he can step in and give us something pretty decent. If he's the guy we go with. But as far as other than that, man, our defense is set. Maybe that in the wheel, because they gonna go for the weakest link. Pete, definitely one hell of a run stopper last year. The coverage that he showed his range and stuff in coverage. No, does he have that trait? We shall see. He's still growing, but we'll see. I mean, really, Will linebacker and you know a defensive tackle beside Onyemata. Really, if you want to point out, just say something that we may need to fix is that on defense. But I think we straight on that. But the offensive side, if Reese getting his ass kicked again like that, that could hurt the whole offense.
Oh
Cause
yeah,
we don't want Jameis getting pressure like that.
you
We
talking about
want our
hurt?
run game to be on point.
What you talking about hurting the whole offense? It hurt one man. Shit, you
Yeah,
seen the way Ian Book was getting his shit rocked, man?
yeah. You can kind of cover up for like a defensive tackle or something like that. If we kind of average at the other defensive tackle, but right guard, it's gonna show. They're gonna go to the weakest link and they're gonna eat it up, and that can just like you said, man. We done seen the results of that, and
Man,
I ain't trying to shit on Reese or nothing like that.
oh no, what you
You
talking
know,
about? Shit,
it's
he's
just
shitting on the offense.
it's just fast, man.
Man, to be honest with you, we can talk about defensive tackle. We could, hell, well, I mean, I do want Quan, but we can talk about defensive tackle. Even so, that's luxury, man. Because
Hmm.
though it's not like we can't win a freaking Super Bowl without that. Because I mean, our run defense is already great. Defense is just set, bro. It really is set.
Yeah.
I would love to resign Quan, but I mean, as much as we be talking about, we want that defensive tackle that can do what Rankins did, except stay healthy. But I mean, to be honest with you, is getting that would just only be like it's like man. What more could you want on this defense at this point?
Right. That's fast. Yeah. So that about wraps everything up for that nation. Tonight that's what we was doing. We just coming on here recapping the Saints 2022 draft, giving our thoughts on the draft picks, giving a grade, and talking about some of the free agent situations that occur with the Saints. Once again, welcome home, Tyrann, and hopefully we can bring in Jarvis Landry to help assist in the wide receiver core.
Man, I, I I've seen people ask like, does the Honey Badger still have it? And I know you kind of clarified it, CB. I'm gonna keep it real with you. He last year he didn't look as great as he did, but I just think like he was getting really really annoyed, man, because they were just having a bad season at the early start of the season, and like I said, this is probably the best defense he's gonna play on since LSU. I'm just talking about how the speed of the defense, the players
Hmm.
themselves, man. It's just I think, man, I'm telling you right now, and I'm not just saying that. I understand I don't want to hype it up too much. I mean, but like, let's keep it real. This secondary is so damn stacked. It is crazy at this point. If it's as good as advertised, we already have a pass rush, by the way. If it's good as advertised, bro, teams are gonna have a hard time not knowing what to throw the ball. I'm just saying, like, do you understand the freaking coverages we can put out there? It's it's gonna be hard to throw the ball, man. I'm telling you, if
All right.
It's gonna be hard to throw the ball, man. I'm telling you, man. We got some, bro. Just think about it. The player, we got some smart players. You got Chauncey, you got Lattimore. You just gave us Tyrann, man. Adebo was already showing his ball skills just year one, rookie level, man. Didn't even look like a rookie,
Right.
man. And look, I know we overlooked him. I know we overlooked this player. I'm talking about just as a whole. Marcus May is a damn good player. I don't know if people realize that. He did have an injury, a huge injury. That's why we don't know how he's recovering from that. But besides that, if he's healthy, Marcus May is a damn good player. Like Jamal Adams, when Jamal Adams was there, he was getting overlooked. But really, Marcus May was the better safety as far as coverage goes. He is that damn good. I'm
That's
excited,
right.
CB. I'm really excited, man. I'm gonna stop talking about. I don't want to hype it up too much, but it's looking nice right
I feel you. I just know as far as what Tyrann, far as his role, they probably going he gonna be flexible in the defense, but the defense isn't gonna thrive or fail only based on Tyrann. See, in Kansas City, that defense, if Tyrann wasn't playing good, that defense, it was a good chance that defense wasn't playing good as well. In this defense that he's coming to, Tyrann, it ain't gonna, sell or fail, just off of Tyrann, because we got other dogs. Every position is a dog.
now.
I mean, if you really look at it, every single position on the defense, we got a dog.
And he's smart, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's gonna. I'm telling you, man. If the pass rush just stay on, it's gonna be so goddamn hard to throw this damn ball, man. Versus the secondary, you gotta watch every area, man. Like, understand what I'm saying, man. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. Not thinking about it, man.
That's true. But once again, who that nation, man, we just want to thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody that was tuned in tonight. Just wanted to give our thoughts and opinions on this draft. And free agent talk and discussions. As far as the next show, we'll be back on. The scheduled release show is next week. I believe the 13th, the 12th or the 13th. I believe it's a Thursday or Friday. Um, so we'll be back on the weekend sometime, probably Friday, and give our thoughts on the schedule. Probably try to have a little fun with it. Um, but we definitely gonna give our thoughts on the show. Hopefully, Jarvis Landry is a Saint by the end. The latest on that is that the Browns, is most likely not his destination. It was something like that with the Browns. I think they lost interest or something like that.
Yeah, and I
But
think the Ravens are interested in them, and they need a receiver
oh,
badly.
yeah, that's true. Jerry said Thursday is the scheduled release. Okay, so no, I'm saying Friday. I guess we can probably get on Thursday. Now we'll just see how everybody's schedule looking. But the most likely to be the weekend. When everybody free. But um, WD man, you got any final thoughts before we close out?
It's time to retire your Brady ass. Excuse me. I mean, what I wanted to say was shout out to the chat, shout out to the viewers, man. I know it's been a while since we came on. We just been very, very busy, but I think we about to come with some fire soon, and you'll see what I mean by that. But I'm just glad Dennis Allen, he's really showing that we are here to compete. We were in the sweepstakes with Deshaun Watson, didn't get him, so we resigned Jameis. Jameis. We was 5-2 with him. Yeah, man. Dennis Allen, he's trying to win. He's trying to win. And we already know this defense is going to be at least decent. We know that. If he get this offense on track, man, we going to be a team that's going to cause a lot of problems for other teams. Because the NFC is not looking so great right now. There's probably two. I'm not going to say two. There's probably only 3 or 4 other teams right now that look pretty decent in the NFC. So the NFC is kind of open right now. So, yeah, man. I'm excited. And it was a good show. And I would just like to also say like and share. Also subscribe if you haven't already.
Facts. So we will be looking forward to seeing you guys next week for our scheduled release show. Once again, shout out to everyone that was in the chat today. Shout out to the whole Who That Nation. Shout out to the New Orleans Saints. This is the WDN Chatline podcast, and we're out. Who that?
For life.
I can tell you this, our team is going to be tough. Our team is going to be smart. And our team is going to be highly competitive. And we're going to play with a passion and an energy that our opponents are either unwilling or unable to match.